find out past, present, future about this particular person and their intentions towards you. Okay, and let's take this. All right, so in the recent past, with the Sun, they wanted to be, either they wanted you to take ownership and be a leader, or they wanted to show you their power. And they wanted to show you their power by demonstrating who is actually, the boss here. But it could show that also wanted you to own whatever leadership skills that you have, okay? This person had good intentions with the Sun, but also want to make sure that who has the upper hand here with the demonstrates, okay? What else? Yeah, demonstrate your goals, right? And your vision. So we have Capricorn here. So in the present, they actually want to be in a level of partnership with you. Use the most business-like way, but they want you to activate your dedication and also your sense of worth, in the sense by putting hard work, you will see the benefits and the rewards of your vision. So when you have a vision, and Aquarius says, put your ideas there, put your visions, and you can achieve your goals. But that is done by being methodical. And Capricorn, Saturn, it's known for that, okay? So right now in the present position, it's about dedication to achieve something, focusing. So if it's in a connection relationships, let's say a romantic aspect, you show your dedication, or they show the dedication by being there for you in ways that will be supportive and in a practical and over material levels. But this leads to Aquarius. So this practicality, these comforts that are being offered to you, they are based on rules and regulation, okay? That shows dedication, commitment, putting the work and the effort in the present time. So you work towards your goal, right? The Aquarius is Uranus, so it's about being, an inventor, a bit of the genius, or the inspirational or humanitarian pursuit. Uranus is also about people who are revolutionary, but you don't have to use these extremities to achieve things in a very damaging way, right? Because you can use structure and practicality and hard work for achieving greater things on a more soul purposeful level. So this is what I see. So I see that there is somebody here that is realizing that when they give you a platform for you to work on day-to-day basis, you are more allowing yourself to be more genuine to your purpose, and also gives you the motivation to reap the benefits for something that makes and aligns more with you. You know what I mean? So you may meet, it could be a friends, it could be, I don't know, partners, people you know that maybe they see the potential in you, but maybe you're not sure if you have the proper leadership skills here. Maybe you are doubting yourself a bit here, because these are unconventional things and ways to see life, and maybe that makes something that is unusual, unconventional, bring in some sort of prosperity on the practical things. This is like this is somebody that could also see you trying to achieve something that is more spiritual than actual practical and material business-like. And it's hard to also make a living like that, but they see that this is something that aligns more with you. Like, So these are the changes that they're seeing in you. Yeah, okay. If we turn this in reverse, we see the creation. And that's how you're going to gain also the respect by individuals, and this partnerships being more developed, stronger foundation, when they see that you are dedicating to achieve, and you're putting the effort and the focus in doing something with this vision. And right now you're experimenting, you're taking it a bit slow, because you're discovering, you're analyzing, you're investigating, you're reading more, you're observing more information to try how to really also make a difference for other individual. Okay, so there might be some project that you have in mind, and this person is creating the platform for you to work and have the foundation. This is a very ambitious project and requires a lot of effort. Okay, but remember that when somebody it creates the circumstances for you to follow your dream, you got to also honor and respect their role and their presence and their role especially. And there are certain rules and restrictions that are imposed for you to have a structure. So you are dedicated, and through hardship and limitations, you are more serious in what you're actually aiming for the future, right? How serious are you to achieve something, okay? This is what is this. Can we clarify this? Yeah. We got the Strength and we got the Six of Swords here. So you literally walking away, or walking towards, not away, towards something that aligns with your spiritual growth and spiritual beliefs, right? But the Sun says that you can actually can make this dream realistic. You can make this dream a dream come true, but it requires the dedication and the structures of the Saturn here in Capricorn. Okay, so utilize your time accordingly. Okay, the Strength card is about also perseverance, but also again, structure and control also for overreaction here, because somebody doesn't know completely the motives here. So let's clarify that. Wow, different deck, we got the same thing. This is called Power, but this is Strength and Strength. We got the same. And the Ace of Wands. Again, it's this the spark, the ignition of the spark here that is taking flight and is taking wings on its own, but you just gotta activate it and then go with it. Okay, there is the temptation, the devil with the Capricorn, that it can impose some fears here. But you see how the light is like a key? It's like the fears, you want to stay away from the spotlight. But the Sun is saying that this is your time to actually, to fight your fears and put yourself in the spotlight, okay? It could be, I mean, if it's a romantic thing and there is confrontation and power struggle here, I see it a lot with the power and power. I think when you are coming across from a place of creative pursuit and your higher understanding and your humanitarian pursuits, nobody will feel like you are intentionally doing anything evil towards them. When you see the bigger scheme in life, Uranus, it allows you to see the bigger things in life. You see the war that happening, and you see this, because Uranus is also made of Mars and Venus. Okay, Mars is that indulging in a fiery war and these deep desires that are to extremities. And then Venus is this the love, passion for love and pleasures that are for extreme desire to feel something. So we won't go to these extremities to feel something by hurting one another, when we can redirect this energy for something greater and higher purposes. So instead of doing revolutionary actions by damaging one another, we can send across the message of unity on a larger scale, says Uranus, that without you and I fighting for mediocrities, but also bringing prosperity and the message of love and unity on a greater scale. So the strength here and the sun, there can be that egocentric with the devil here. The devil said it's all about, who has the power and got the power. But when you take that power away and you have that freedom, when there's freedom, there's no fear. And I think somebody is realizing that these restrictions, who's got the power on the physical matter, because devil is also material plane. When they take away the material things like money, you're left with nothing. But when you have the spiritual strength, and the strength come within, in the soul, in the heart, right, in the spirit, the spiritual strength, the fire within, we got the chariot here, the same thing. Like, those are things that they don't get activated by the presence or the lack of material things. So I think if somebody was trying to put you on a state of lack with these material things, I think you're coming with a message of why we don't instead using these material things to actually make the world a better place to live, and we help other people who are broken souls like you and me, and get the message of peace and harmony and things like that. So instead of consuming ourselves and imposing fears and boundaries and control and on an individual level, Aquarius says use it for a higher purpose. This is what he's saying. And I think you and them that come to this realization that we are paying attention to our small ego centric behaviors that are very mediocre compared to what's happening of the world in a larger scale. And I think this is something somebody is realizing, that and that's why the tower is there with the Mars, to actually to break free from this this facade, from this illusion that you have everything together. Because even if you try to break down somebody on their material levels, you cannot break down the spirit and the fire and the faith that they have in God. Okay, the chariot here, he doesn't have control of nobody's else but his own spirit. Okay, and the spirit is there on very strong, leading the path towards enlightenment. Okay, so this is what it is. So what else? There will be success. You will benefit from this. We got the North Node. Have faith. Do not worry about it. Now is the time. Okay, we got the North Node here. So, yeah, and the Neptune, idealization, confusion, sacrifice. Neptune will help you with maybe to create the inspiration. And of course, Neptune is the planet of delusionment as well. But you don't, again, you don't have to go to extremities to create that art and masterpiece by actually hurting somebody on a physical plane. You can use the inspiration to actually to inspire. So you can use the illusion and creative pursuit and your art by actually, and your even your stories and your sacrifices that have happened in real life, to use it as a healing purposes, so other people can resonate with it and they can purge that state of confusion or deception. Okay, that there's ways to overcome it. This is what is all saying. And with the tower here, you break free from those illusions. Okay, what is saying that this is all an illusion. Fear, it's all an illusion. Okay, material constraint, maybe it's not an illusion, but when you know in your heart that you're doing the right thing, and you have faith in God, and by implementing the right thing, things will open up and will activate for you, just like that, and you don't have to even ask about and question that. This is the beauty of it. The magician has all the tools to make everything happen. They just have to open the 7th chakra, the crown chakra, and that can manifest with all the tools that are given at hand, right? But you have a goal, you have an idea, and you just go for it, right? With a chariot here. So you got the power, he's saying here, okay? And the power lies within you, okay? Within your soul, in your heart. So the devil it may force you to stay grounded here, so you stay structured to focus on your goal. But the devil is there to remind you, don't be afraid of the light. Because once you face the light, that's when you open to a whole new doors of possibilities and opportunities, okay? So these self-imposed restrictions, Neptune says, it's an illusion. And I think for some of you, they wonder why they cannot put these fears on you, because everything is an illusion. So fear, it's an illusion. If I don't recognize your actions as fearful, I don't see fear in my eyes. I can face devil right in the eye, and the devil can't even look at the light because it's too bright. You know what I mean? So somebody wonders why they cannot get to you. They're working from a place of ego. Once you have found enlightenment and you're on the higher 7th crown chakra, you found the strength within, in your soul and in God. And then you see the bigger picture in other aspect. You said, I'm not here to fight with you. I already done my work. I already gone through hell. I've seen the devil in the eye too many times. This doesn't scare me. Just another whatever. One other test that maybe God is using me to get to you. That's okay. I will figure it out. I'll deal with it. I promise God I'll be there by his side through thick and thin. Whatever, I'm a pawn. That's all right. Let him use me, okay? Because guess what? God always finds a way to make it up to me. He always finds a way. He never abandons me. This is what this is saying. When you show certain individuals your intentions, you got to show the hand of enlightenment here. You see? Because that open the heart, that key will open the heart of somebody who imposes fear and control, because they have their own deeper wounds. There could be mother wounds here. There could be so many reasons that, especially if they feel this threat or by the woman figure, a female figure. So of course they're gonna treat people that have self boundaries and healthy boundaries and self-respect and so many of those other valuable attributes. They want to show who's the man, but this is not about who's the man or who's the woman. This is about integrity and self-respect, and also not deforming the reality, and also doing things with an open heart and genuine action, not you believing that your way is the right way when there's a lot of deception coming, they're done from a place of deception. So I think somebody is realizing that your intentions are genuine. Actually, you have a bigger heart, and your intentions are to just wanting peace and harmony, and you are very practical. You are not falling prey or any illusions. The only illusions that you use, it's your inspirations and your ideals, so you can create something and put something on there, so you leave a statement and you leave a legacy, and what you contributed to this earth and planet, that, and practically what it is you're a good person, and you send a message of love and prosperity to everybody, and that is what you're trying to do, and that's what you always try. And you, when they look back in the past, they're becoming many aware, and you are, Mercury is the planet of words. They are becoming more and more aware that you communicate your thoughts, and you communicate your truth without fear, and the only thing you do that because you want to bring enlightenment here. You want to bring honesty, integrity, spirituality. You want to bring ourselves closer to God. That's your only reason what you are. So they thought there was a mask behind it, but the only mask you're facing with your light is their own bad deeds that they have done towards you. And they're not trying to face the music for this reason. But you're still showing the face and the light of the opportunity. There's still room here for things to be communicated here with integrity and diplomacy, and also again stand above ourselves when we communicate something. We got to see the world. There's so much pain happening, and there's so much war already happening in the world. What are we doing here? What are we doing? We feel so empty inside that we're not utilizing our time constructively to do good in the world. It's insane. Yeah. The 12th house of prison. So, hidden tendencies. Somebody here, again, communication. Somebody here has the tendency to take things to extremity because they literally want to take somebody behind bars. This can be for some people. Some people are really want to doing criminal activities, even on a spiritual level, but even on a physical level. Like, if you take a lawyer and you explain, for example, that somebody wants to destroy you, your foundation, your family, your structure, so you fall in a situation that can be consequences. Somebody really want to imprison you, but their actions are criminal actions. That if you discuss this with a lawyer, and let's say somebody's wants to take your job, take your money, put you in a severe financial situation, you are in some situation that you have no support, no partner, no nothing, and then these suddenly are happening, and they all come from one individual who were the very first individual who provided you these things, and they're willing to go to extremities just to feel something. That shows the high state of delusionment that these people are. There's people who do that just so they can feel something. On a physical, on a mental, and on an emotional level. They go to extremities. Revolution sometimes is extremities with Uranus. And here with the Neptune and 12th house of Pisces, like, they could go to a certain extent they don't know how to stop themselves. To that extent their disillusionment goes. These are people that they feel so severely that you are attacking them or you're doing something to them because their ego is being triggered. They never healed their deep wounds, right? They never did the work. And they think, I'm going to go to this extreme to destroy them so they can just disappear out of nowhere. causing all this mess, all this disaster in somebody's life, and they just, I wish I could just make it disappear, they're saying. Some people, to some extremists, they want you dead here. Criminal activities, it's insane. I think it's because their ego, it's to a very sick level, and they're either in denial of it, or they just, they're coming to realize that they have come to a peak that they have to be more alert and aware of what they're doing. Because what they're doing, I think you bring an awareness to them. By communicating, opening what's happening to them, they bring a realization that this confusion, it's all in their head. Okay? So how they can utilize the good aspect, the earthy aspect of themselves, I think is typical of people who have a good structure, good stability, good money, but they feel empty on the inside. So they want to utilize it on a more spiritual level. So maybe when you give them a sense of direction, how to do more well in the world, maybe they will feel like sometimes they do it by going to church and doing charity work there, and that will quickly clean their soul. But the thing is that when it comes to purging, it takes time. First is recognition of this illness and this situation, recognizing also the source, realizing who hurt you, who wounded you, and then it takes time, but you gotta forgive the person and you forgive yourself. With several cycles of purging and healing process with that. It's a whole different subject to talk about that, but first is recognizing that, and first is trying to find outlets, healthy outlets, without actually hurting people in the real. This is not a fantastical world. You're talking about actual individuals that you're damaging physically, and by damaging them physically, they're hoping also on a mental and emotional level to break you, to confuse you, to make you sick. But it's bouncing back to them. Because when you're done the healing, you're the light. You're the light. You've always been the light. You lead yourself and the others and your path through the light of God. So, okay, 27 minutes, but I'm just saying, this is what it is. Long story short, somebody is realizing that your purpose and their purpose, maybe even to meet, is to help each other in healing something. Or the healing process, it's an individual journey, and I cannot fix you, and I cannot do the work for you like I did the work for me over the years. Nobody has done it for me. So you got to do it for yourself. Many people are in denial. I've seen it so many times over the years. Over many years, I've met people, spoke to people that nothing has changed in them. They're in complete denial. They're obsessive, compulsive obsessive. They're constantly watching over you, what you do. They're constantly following you. They constantly want to bully you, or with subliminal message, so many to control you. They just cannot break through the light. While you always trying to improve it, just do better for yourself and your family members, these people wake up or at night contemplate how to create a script, how to hurt you. And they're consuming themselves with doing that. And I hope they're realizing that that's not healthy for them in the end of the day. Because what they have achieved on individual personal level over the years, that's also a beautiful thing. They should take pride in that. But now those achievements, they got to use it on a higher purpose, with a good intentions, with a good light, so we can all live in peace and harmony. All right, God bless you all, and have a wonderful day.